Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's Office Hours Live. And as always, I have Rakesh and David here along with myself. Hi guys.
Hiya.
Hey, how's it going?
So for those of you that are new to New Zenler, and every week we welcome in lots of new members, then Office Hours Live is our chance to update you on some of the things that have happened behind the scenes with New Zenler within the platform itself. We also go through an education slot. David looks after a lot of the Ask Zenlers and the tutorials, so we update you on that. And it's important, it's an opportunity for you to ask your questions directly live. So we've got the panel here, we can answer anything that you come up with. If we can't answer it here and there, we'll always come back and give you the answer. If you're watching it on the replay, just type in hashtag replay, and always, as usual, let us know where you're watching from. So as ever, I'd like to start off today with handing directly over to Rakesh, and Rakesh will go through the changelog with you, which is everything that New Zenler has been up to recently within updates.
Cool. Thanks, David. So, hey everyone. So if you have any questions about the platform, this is the time for you to ask. So we can answer whatever we can. So let me just share my screen. Do you guys see my screen?
Yep.
Cool. So yeah, at New Zealand, we are constantly trying to refine the platform. We're trying to address every single pain point that you guys have. So this involves multiple releases, very frequently addressing every issues and every little annoyances that you have. So in the changelog, you will see this is available on the Facebook group. In the changelog, you'll see several changes happening, and some of these changes may not make any sense to you. This is the changes that went in last week, and I think the key one is where we have email broadcast and automations and stuff and the filters. There we list all the tags that you have. So I think let me just quickly show you that. I think in here, so you have this automations and automation emails, and there you have the filters. And in the filters, you can add a filter as usual. And then earlier, when you were selecting this particular filter called user tag contains, you had to manually type the tag in. So you have to remember and type it in. Now, these two filters, user tag contains, the user tag does not contain. Here you can select, we list all the tags that you have created on your site. So you can just select this tag, and the email or the automation will be segmented a lot as per this particular tag. So you don't need to anymore type the tag in. So that is a very simple change, but very effective and useful. And a whole lot of changes has gone into here. Probably not of great lot of significance to you guys because it's mostly internal and stuff like that. I think that is pretty much it. Just a quick one from the changelog side. David?
Cool, and that's a really useful one with the filtering of the tags. And what I liked about that, if I looked at that correctly, is that it's in alphabetical order as well, which actually really helps. I've used systems before where it does it in date order, and it's a nightmare if you've got more than 3 tags trying to find the right one. So that's really helpful. Remember, if you are watching this, we do have the announcement section at the top of the Facebook group. That's where you can go through some of the more important things that resources we've put into the Facebook group there to help you. There's a getting started area there as well, which will give you the link to support if you need technical help. We've also got the YouTube channel, which David's going to talk about in a minute. And of course, we've got tutorials.newzenler.com, which is where our course challenge and lots of other resources are held. So if you've not yet subscribed to that, it's free to do so. And I'd strongly suggest, if you're in the throes of learning how New Zenler works, you're starting to develop the platform for your own uses, then start looking over there as well, because there's some really quite cool stuff in there that I don't think so many of you have yet seen. So that's a really nice place to start if you've come in this week or maybe in the last few weeks. So we now are going to head over to David, and David does our education slot. So he's working on all types of wonderful stuff and looking after the YouTube channel as well. So David, if you can let us know what you've been up to, that would be awesome.
Yeah, it was a busy week last week. There's quite a lot going on with Kevin as challenge. There was quite a lot of questions thrown up, so I was taking some notes of those and producing some Ask Zenlers, as well as helping you guys out with some of your Ask Zenler questions as well. So I'm just going to go over the YouTube channel, and we can have a look at that. Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, can now.
So we've got some older ones in here, but obviously setting up domains is quite a big one, but also editing your certificates in Zenler as well. So that was quite a big one, and it uses a free program that you can use to edit your SVG files and then re-import straight back into Zenler, no problem. I also set up one for Zenler and SEO for your pages and your course pages. So this is really important that you do that. Also show you how to clear the cache on Facebook in that as well. And then we've got customizing the system emails that go out through Zenler. So that's the automated systems that Zenler sends out, and also how to turn it off. Following that, we've got how to set up automations for your courses as well. So that's email sequences. Someone enrolls, someone takes a section, an email will fire out to them. So that's quite an involved one there. It's 26 minutes long, so it's quite a big one for an Ask Zenler. So we've also got some sort of questions here, like what is site sign up on Zenler, which was asked, the difference between registering and all those things. So that's a quick one there. And we got making a course secret as well. This has just come out this morning. So it's why would you make a course secret? What's the benefits of that? So that's quite a quick video there. It's 1 minute 26 seconds, so very short. We got also reordering courses. Now, as I was working through these courses, sometimes there's little videos I do whilst I'm doing things. So that's reordering your courses in case you guys need to set it up so it's showing in a particular order on the page. Then we've got quite a big one here. This has been asked a lot. What are bundles and like how to use them inside Zenler? So that's all showing you how to use that. And then we move on to what are tiers. So what are tiers in Zenler and how to use those? So this will be of particular interest for you guys that are producing membership sites. And that's a question that comes up all the time. Now I'm working on the big mega course, and that's going to include some scenarios as well. So that'll include these videos in there, and it'll extend on them as well. But this will get you the answers really quickly. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel. So it's youtube.com/c/Zenler. And that takes us into the other side of the help, which is the tutorials.newzenler.com site. And you're going to see in Ask Zenler that I've put pretty much all those videos on here. So all the ones that are in Ask Zenler on the YouTube channel have come across onto this page. And I've set it up with quick links here. Now, we are getting a lot of videos, and it's going to be quite hard for you to find things because we've got lots. So what I'm going to do is I'm proposing to break this up into sections. So I'm going to have like page and course creation, and have the videos for that. I'm going to have marketing videos, so everything to do with email broadcast funnels. So I'm going to break it into sections so you can just zoom down, find that particular bit and go straight to it. So that's going to help you guys. Now, I was talking about the big course that I'm actually working on, and that I just want to quickly show you what I'm up to at the moment. I'm up to module 9, which is the marketing side, and this is the actual course that will come out. And I just want to show you some of the videos that are in here. So we got Zenler Basics. This is a quick tour through those. We got site setup and page builder. So it's all about page building. We got features of page builder. And this is just like highlights, little bits of extra information. Then we got course creation, which is a big one, showing you how to create courses. And then we got beginners level, what to expect next, because we covered the beginners section. So you guys that are beginners need to cover that section. You intermediate to advanced can pick lessons out where you see fit. So then we got integration. So I'm showing you every form of integration. I'm actually going to put them into the actual like Moose End and stuff. I'm actually going to connect between that and Zenler. We got custom and subdomains, which is a big one, and obviously marketing, which is a very big one. So that's about it from me. I think. So back over to you, Kevin.
Lovely, thanks, David. So it's really interesting to see how this is starting to develop for people, and I think as that channel grows, it's really important that people subscribe over there. Subscribe to YouTube with the links. Rakesh has put those into the chat. So, but also don't just subscribe, click the bell and be notified when new videos come onto the channel, because every week there is new stuff coming in that's really useful. Also, with the tutorial.newzenler.com, go over there and join the courses that are there and make use of what you find. Now, if you don't like YouTube, go to the New Zenler site. It's fine, because a lot of them will be in both places. There are some extras on YouTube that you won't find in tutorials.newzenler, but then over in tutorial.newzenler we run our challenge, so you need to be in both places. It's really valuable as a resource. Now, talking of the challenge, we've just finished our 10-day launch your first course challenge. So the first intake is done, they're finished. We've got our graduation party happening Friday, so that's really exciting. There's been some really fascinating discoveries through that particular challenge, and having run a lot of challenges live myself before, this one has proven to be just as fantastic for everyone that's committed and gone through it. And some are still going through it, which is fine, but the ones that have done 20 days live with me every single day showing up, they've got something out there now that is really rather impressive. And I was going through some of the sales pages that people had shared as to what they'd created. It started with pretty much nothing, and they've now got a sellable course out there, which they didn't think was possible. So that has been a massive success. Now, if you're in a similar position and you've joined the Facebook group, maybe you're on the free version of New Zenler, then we're going to be running the Launch Your First Course Challenge again live. There is a waiting list for that, which is over on tutorial.newzenler.com. Hopefully one of you guys can pick up a page. If not, I'll put it in the chat underneath. We've got 65 people on the waiting list already for this, for the next version. So it will improve each time we do it, and then it will become evergreen, so you can join it and go through at your pace. But at the moment, I'm there with you every day, helping you, supporting you, encouraging you, answering your questions, guiding you to resources to help you get this out. And a lot of what we do in there is about simplifying the process for you, because when you walk into a platform like this, as you can hear from Rakesh and you hear from David, there's quite a lot of things that you can do with New Zenler. There's quite a lot of functionality behind it, and you don't necessarily need to use all of that with your first course. You need to work out what your first course will look like for you, and we help you in the challenge go through that, so you can not spend 6 months planning it, recording it, and then trying to build some really difficult scenario to get your course out. We simplify it, and motto over there is done is good enough, and that's how we work. We make it so it's professional. We make sure that it's tested. We have a system to get reviews on your courses as well, which will really help you. And then we get you to go live, and I support you after you've gone live. So if that's something of interest, Rakesh has kindly put the link underneath to go over and find that page. You can sign up. It's just sign up to an email. You won't get bombarded with stuff. The very first email you'll get off of me when that list, off of that email list to sign up for the waiting list for the challenge, is this is the date we're going to launch. So that will be all that you get. You're not going to get a load of buy stuff or anything irrelevant. The very only email you will get before we launch next time the challenge is this is the date that we start, and that's all you'll get. So come and join the others. We've got space for up to 300 people on this challenge. I will shut that off a few days before we go live, and I will notify everyone in the group when the next challenge runs. So that's really important to think about. Now back to business. If you're on the replay, remember #replay. Let us know where you're watching from. If you've got any questions live, then please do type them in. Until such times as somebody types a question in, I've got a couple that have come up via the challenge that I'm going to throw to you guys, and hopefully you'll be able to deal with these here and now. And they're ones that are actually quite important from the fact of trying to make stuff a little bit easier for the people in New Zenler, because it's an easy process, but finding it sometimes is difficult. So the first one, and I'm going to throw this one at you, David, and I know you've just done your education slot, is about adding the tracking codes into our New Zenler sites. And we've made this so much easier over the last month to do this. Before we had to do it on every page, now we don't have to. And hopefully, David, if you can just give us a quick demo, not where to get your tracking code from, because we can get pixels from all sorts of places, but where in New Zenler can we put that, and how does that work?
Yep, sure, Kevin. Right, okay, so once you're in your site, we've made it really easy now to put tracking code and other sorts of code into all our pages and in our course pages as well, course player. So if you go log into your site and go to site, you're going to find there's a little tab here that says global includes. Now, if you just take that Google Analytic tracking code, the actual code itself, just copy that, paste it straight into all your players and all your pages, and your code will then be rippled through all of your site. Now, in the old days, we used to actually have to do that, had to put that into each page of your site. So we don't have to do that now. We can put it into all pages, and we can also put it into the course player as well. But the all pages is the place you really want to get it into, and that will ripple through your site and it will track straight away. Now, guys, even if you don't know anything about analytics, it's really easy to go. Well, if you've got a Gmail account, you can set up an analytics account, a Google account. You can set up an analytics account straight away. You can grab that code. What I would say is put it in there straight away before you start playing around with analytics, because it will start the tracking process and you'll have viable data to refer back to once you actually start configuring your Google Analytics account. So that's it, I think. Pretty easy.
Awesome. Okay, the next one that I've got, I'm going to field towards you, Rakesh, if you don't mind. And this is about getting reviews on our courses. So the question has come up, and it doesn't seem a clear path for people right now. So I want to just give them a demonstration, if you can, as to where on our course pages do we put it so people can leave a review for a course they've gone through, and then it shows up on the sales page.
Cool, I'll do that. Let me just share the screen. Do you guys see my screen?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so let me just go here. Yeah, so basically, if you want your students to drop reviews onto your course, you need to do two things. You need to add the review block onto your sales page and onto your access page. So two places you need to do. So why access page? Because they once they log in, they can then drop reviews onto the access page, and then on the sales page, whatever reviews they left inside your site will get reflected onto the public sales page. So I'm just going to show you here. So let's say this is the course, and I'm coming here, and so you need to go into the sales page and also into the access page. So I'm just going to the access page. So let's say first thing first, I'm just going to search for the review block, and I'm just going to drop the block in. So yeah, so on here, I can just click on this and say add plus, and then click plus, and then search for reviews. And all I need to do is I just need to double click on this one and insert. This inserts the review block here. But don't panic. This is how it looks for you right now. But when you log in as a test student, you will see, you will be able to drop reviews here. And same thing, you go from access page. Now you go on to your sales page and repeat the exact same process. Here again, you drop the review block onto your sales page. Yeah, I think that's it. So once you have the review block onto the sales page and the access page, students can drop reviews, and it will automatically get reflected onto the course page. And I think there is another page here. I think courses, in reviews, I think courses, reviews, you can actually see you can actually moderate all your reviews from here. So you can view them, you can delete them, you can go into each of them, and you can You can edit, you can moderate, you can approve any particular comment, and so on. So you have full access to the data and the way you want it to be displayed. I think, yeah, that's it from.
Yeah, that's good,
reviews.
because people were worried that the reviews were just going to automatically get put onto the sales page. And of course, often we want to just make sure that the reviews might not have any typos in or anything like that,
Yeah.
or they're duplicated, for example, because some people might put it in twice.
Okay.
So to know where that is, I think, is really useful. And of course, if you're trying to sell a course, to have reviews on there is just going to help you on your sales page. It's going to make it look more, it's going to help when people are looking to be convinced to buy your course. If there's some
Yeah.
reviews on there, then it's good. So it's always worth, if you do not a lot else in editing your pages, dropping those review blocks in. And when you get to the testing phase, because you can get reviews in before you actually sell a course, which sounds a little bit insane, but a good practice for any course creator is to get reviews, to get testers into your courses. So before you go live, public live with lots of people you don't know, get some people that you know to go through it first. They'll come in, they could leave you, even if it's one review, a genuine one, that will show up on your sales page. So when you go out live, that's how you get reviews for a brand new course. Of course, that's not the only way, but that's why you would do that. So thanks, Rakesh. That's really helpful. I'm just checking the comments to see if any comments have come in. They're not showing on my feed. I don't know if anybody else can see any comments coming in.
No.
But that's cool. So remember that we've got tutorials.newzenler.com. Go and sign up over there. We've got the YouTube channel. Rakesh has put the link in for that. Subscribe and sign up for notifications over there. In Facebook, we've got the announcement section. Scroll along there and see what you find useful in there. And I think for me, for today, if there are no more questions coming in, I think unless you guys have anything, I'm done.
Subscribe to YouTube.
Subscribe to YouTube. We're going to definitely say that at least 15 times. So subscribe to YouTube. Have we got anything else, guys? Or are we all good?
I think that's it. And just one more thing on the community side. So yeah, so any questions that you have for support at Zenler.com is the official channel. We at Zenler, we try to monitor the Facebook group as much as possible, but do not expect detailed responses for every single comment out there. So official channel for any support is support at Zenler.com.
Yeah, and that's a really good point, because if we can't track the queries that are coming in specifically from a technical point of view, then we can't work out how much of a problem something might be. It could be a user error, which is sometimes probable, but if 10 people come in with the same thing, all my emails are not sending, then it sort of becomes a larger issue to be dealt with. And we can't work that out in a Facebook group. We have no system in place to monitor that and keep our eye on it. So it's, as Rakesh says, it's really important that you use the right channel for the right thing. So if you're just looking for encouragement or you're looking for ideas, the Facebook group is fantastic for that. We've got lots of really talented and experienced course creators in here. If it's a technical thing that's not quite working for you, you've looked through the tutorial site, you've looked on YouTube, you can't find an answer, or it's not working as we're saying it should work, then the Facebook community is not going to help you too much. What will help you is emailing support and saying, and we're quite happy, even if it's a simple one and you've just not clicked the right button, we'll happily look at it and support you in that, but we need to be able to track that. So that's I think a good point. And the rule, I think it was updated in the group as well recently, that's something that we'd like you to do if possible, because as this group grows, the feeds get busier and busier and it becomes even harder to track anything, or often we'll miss things. So use that as a rule of thumb and you won't go far wrong. And as we all know, the support at New Zenler is phenomenal. It's very fast, so you will get a response quite quickly, even if that's we're looking into it and this is what we're working on. So that's really great. Okay, brilliant. Next week's office hours live, we are at 5 p.m. British summertime. As you know,
Yep.
we've got a global audience here, so we try to change every week the time by 3 or 4 hours later in the day, so we catch people at different points around the world. 5 p.m. next week, look out for the event that will be created for that. I've got nothing else, so if you guys are cool and we're all done, all that's left is for me to wish you a really exceptionally good week with your courses, and we'll see you next week.
Good week, guys. Bye-bye.